time to call mom and dad.
I mentioned in some of my other videos, I'm a veteran. I joined the Army in 2007 during the troop surge in Iraq. I spent 8 years on active duty, one of which was deployed to Iraq, as well as an additional 2 years in the Army Reserves. So, it's only logical that I would eventually get targeted by advertisements for this website, VetTv.
If you want to go to combat and get pussy, the Marine Corps is a real place to be.
I ain't shit! Give me a reason! Give me a fucking reason!
Stand by. Boom! Touchdown, Taliban!
Fucking kill him!
Created in 2016 by former Marine Corps infantry officer Donnie O'Malley, it is now owned by some other guys. I have zero interest in finding out how many hands this company has changed, through and whatnot. But he claimed to be using pitch black comedy as a tool to process the horrors of war.
But what is VetTv for someone who doesn't know?
It's a streaming television network for the veteran community that recreates the military experience and parodies it and makes our community laugh.
Which is fine and all, and some would even argue noble. But the problem I have is, it isn't even funny.
But no one lived around there, so no one heard. So, yeah, I guess to the kids out there, just practice. Wow.
And that was my assessment of their ad. I wish I could find it, but I had opted to never see that shit again on Facebook. But some time went by, and imagine my surprise when one day I'm scrolling through YouTube, and these guys pop up. Like, some kind of creepy ex living in the bushes of my recommendations. Like, seriously, you guys didn't get the hint on Facebook? Fuck it. Fine. I'll check it out.
Well, it's all just mathematics, really.
Men, a few words, as always.
Yeah, since I was a kid, my father would go off on these benders for weeks at a time, and he'd keep my sister and me locked in the basement so no one would know he'd left us there. And
now, to preface this, I was quickly aware that what I was watching was intended to be viewed as a series of different shows, different episodes and whatnot. But I just clicked on what they recommended. I watched and followed that, with the recommendations on the right of the PC screen.
And there's spaces between each of the words.
Is this it?
Yes.
It has one view and it says it was uploaded at 6 a.m. this morning.
Have you seen it? It's hilarious.
When the first thing I watched, and let me remind you, they say that they're the #1 military network or some bullshit. #1 based on what? Lack of fucking options? That just shows you have a very niche market. Everyone knows you don't give yourself a title. It reminds me of the unit I was deployed with. We had this kid who wanted to seem cool, and he put T-Rex for his name on his locker because his name was Tyler. Everyone laughed at him and called him Petrie from the little cowardly dinosaur from The Land Before Time.
Who are you? Huh?
My name Petrie.
Petrie, huh? Funny name.
Because for the entire deployment up until after I left the unit. It's not relevant to the video, but fuck you. I'm in charge here.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
As such, we will be making stops at wherever the hell my brain feels like it. Not many people are going to see this anyway. I do it for the love of the game.
It was 40 eggs?
What are you talking about, Marcus?
So you're supposed to put as many eggs as you can in its mouth, but when you do it, look, watch what it does.
41 eggs, you win.
Oh, it's working now.
Congrats, big boy.
What the hell is this, Marcus?
I don't know, I've never gotten here before.
I have thoughts and opinions in the spaghetti bowl I call my head. My lovely wife and other humans I try to talk to, they get so overwhelmed that their entire nervous system seems to shut down and have to reboot.
Get the fuck up!
Let's get back on track. The first video is called Active Shooter Crashes Active Shooter Training. The title says it all. It's a pretty simple idea, but executed like describing the color brown to a person who has never seen.
Have you ever saw a color of a blueberry?
I've never seen anything, ever. That's the whole point.
That's to say, horribly. It starts with Lieutenant Fuckface, who I assume is in charge of this MP unit, and he's trying his hardest to poorly whistle what I think is taps. And like I said, I haven't seen any of these shows before this, and I'm damn sure not going to go back and watch any more, to learn more about these people. But you can clearly see that Sergeant Butts is the butt of most jokes throughout the show.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And I use that term joke lightly, because this show is more like...
Oh, please! Oh, God! Oh!
Because none of this shit is funny. It's more like punishment.
I know my punishment. I know my punishment. I messed up. I'm a bad boy. I'm sorry. What I do?
But it starts with a couple of cops coming in to assist with this active shooter training, which I find it kind of funny, and I guess in the sense of irony, that an MP unit, a military police unit, is doing active shooter training. You're in the Army. Half of your training can effectively be summed up as anti-active shooter training. Maybe the Army's changed in the near decade since I left, but the only shooter training I ever did was in the field or on the range.
Could use your help.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah, I can, yes.
We have a lot of gear. You can help us with that.
Roger that.
And these cops, they have such a disdain for these MPs. Is there some kind of cop-MP rivalry? Can somebody let me know in the comments if you're even here watching this? Maybe a subscribe wouldn't hurt either.
It's time to call mom and dad.
But Dude Cop straight slaps bro's ass, that's assault, and causing him to drop the shit that he is helping bring in for them. And this dude has been deployed, and according to his badge, he's seen some shit. And y'all want to fuck with him? But they make this guy look all pitiful and dirtily. And what the fuck is this weird homoerotic bromance shit here?
Lawrence?
Hey, pick that shit, butts!
Any E5 I knew would have made those privates bear crawl over to him and pick that shit up. Let's reimagine this to be a little more accurate. He drops the stuff because he's human. Damn sure not because somebody outside the Army came up and slapped his ass and knocked it out of his hands. But he drops the stuff. He spots the privates coming in after everyone else seems to be there. And he's just like, "Hey, privates, why are you late trying to sneak in the side door?" And they'll be all like, He's gonna be like, "Bear crawl over here and pick this shit up and bring it inside." Now, in their little class session they're having here, I see on their wall here, they got the 5Ds of dodgeball. I like the little dodgeball reference slipped in there.
But remember, dodgeball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation. So, when you're picking players in gym class, remember to pick the bigger, stronger kids for your team. That way, you can all gang up on the weaker ones, like Winston here. Nice one, son. You'll be an all-star yet. Just remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Till next time, this is Patches O'Houlihan saying take care of your balls, and they'll take care of you.
Way better movie than this shit is. And like Will Ferrell says,
You trust us?
Real quiet. You gotta creep. Creep.
Come on. You don't say creep, creep unless you're quoting TLC.
and the cops, they bring in a bunch of actors to play as gunmen, and they got little paintball guns or some shit. Everybody's running and hiding, and they're barricading the doors and whatnot, and it's really fucking stupid. Meanwhile, an actual gunman's about to walk in. And this is the shit that actually gets me. This is on YouTube. They censor most of the garden variety profanity, but somehow this one gets a pass.
Let me in, you cock faggots!
That's even on YouTube standard. What the fuck, man? And then seeing this shit, it sent my antenna up immediately. This shit isn't dark humor. This is something more nefarious. To give you an idea, in 2012, shortly after they repealed the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, My buddy and I, we were sitting there and we were talking about an episode of South Park where the bikers come to town and the kids use selective words to name them.
What did you say?
You know, when people like you drive down the streets with your unnecessarily loud motorcycles thinking you're all cool, everyone is actually laughing at you and calling you pathetic faggots. You do realize this, right?
Anyway, someone overheard us and got upset and reported us. And as punishment, he and I had to give a class to the rest of the platoon on the Army's equal opportunity policy in our dress uniforms. So to try to use this shit in your comedy nowadays is distasteful at best. And there's more to this dumpster fire of a sketch, but fuck this.
I'm done. Do what you want.
The next bad decision on this lazy Susan of shit ideas, it was like the first 13 minutes of a show called the E4 Mafia. And now, the term E4 Mafia has always been near and dear to my heart. Like, I claimed that membership for a time in the Army.
Rule number 1 of the E4 Mafia. The Mafia does not exist.
But I have to point out a huge issue I have. Now, I don't know if something's changed since I was a part of the 82nd in 2009, but the first pages of the Paratroopers Handbook, which is issued to every single soldier the first day they arrive at the 82nd, the first things it says is no mustaches. Why do they all have mustaches and 82nd patches? What the fuck is going on? And in the first 2 minutes, they call probably the only girl willing to hang out with these fucking chodes a slut.
I'm telling you.
Would I want you next to me in a firefight? Fuck. No. But you do have value in garrison. You're smart-ish. And you're, what's a nice word for slut?
Hot slut. What's wrong with slut?
Sex positive.
That's it.
And they sit there just insinuating that her only value to the group is sex, which she seems to agree with, and...
What am I supposed to be? The skin?
Yeah.
Cool.
go out of her way to remind us this over and over and over. And mind you, she was written this way. You know, I highly doubt any self-respecting woman would act this way willingly, and especially for the approval of these fucking tool bags. She has all to do with cringe trying to get a Humvee door. She gets dolled up to help these morons get pink eye to skip out of training and so they can see a movie that they won't even invite her to. Like, what the fuck sort of Saturday morning cartoon fuckery is this? Thanks Satan, it's only the first 13 minutes. Any longer, I had to sit there and watch that shit, and I'd probably be outside LARPing as a speed bump. Now, the next one I did mildly enjoy, but it's the kind of enjoyment that's like after, you know, you've had to hear a shitty song blasted through your headphones nonstop, and they take off the headphones and just start playing it through speakers. But it's a parody of a show called Bar Rescue, which, if you haven't heard of it, this loudmouth guy goes to failing bars, usually with loudmouth owners, and tries to help them to varying degrees of success.
Isn't it? Yes. So you're the one who sucks, not them.
I know.
Do you like being a failure?
No, but...
Are you losing $15,000 a month here?
Yes.
You think you're going to turn that around, cursing at your employees?
I think they deserved it.
They deserved it.
Yeah.
I say nobody deserves your abuse. They deserve to be treated with dignity. How would you like it if I abuse you and tell you that you...
I'll break your legs, drag you to the swamp, and force you to butt-chug sludge till you choke on your own shit.
That. Treat people like people. You don't talk to people like that.
It's the same idea, but this is just a single barracks room. This is Marine stuff, so maybe their bases are just bedrooms? I don't know. Semper fuck you. Air assault, baby. But for the most part, this bit is okay. I found myself actually relating to the dude on leave.
Oh, good. I'm on leave. Get the fuck up.
Okay.
Look at this filth.
I went to the PX earlier today to grab some razors. And some staff sergeant chewed my ass, sent me away because I didn't have a shave. I mean, I can't get a shave because I don't have a razor. And I can't get a razor because I don't have a shave.
Because, like, he's pretty fucking funny. But then we get shit like this.
What the fuck are you doing? We train like we fight, right? Well, finish him. Fucking kill him.
What the fuck, man?
Like, I get the, it's supposed to be a whole comedic absurdity kind of thing, but did it really have to be the one non-white guy? Like, yeah, they already wrote him to be the shitbag of the shitbags.
You roll your eyes at me again. I'll break your legs, drag you to the swamp, and force you to butt chug sludge till you choke on your own shit.
Some, like, Sergeant Major sounding ass shit right here if I ever heard anything. But it also sounds less lethal than fucking killing him. Like, holy premeditation, Batman.
What the fuck, man?
I ain't gonna say nothing, but,
Come on. Come on. Come on.
like, I want to finish this sort of fuck you sandwich to VetTv with one last video I punished myself with. Basically, the first-ish episode of season 2 of a show called A Brunch Life. And this shit pops out war crimes in record time like it's some kind of combat Oprah. And like, I get portraying the horrors of war and all, but this is something else. This is making light of atrocities. Do these guys get brought up on war crime charges later in the season? Fuck if I know. Maybe, and that's a big maybe. If I got paid to subject myself to what should be classified as psychological torture, we could find out. But I'm already reconciling with my own issues with service to this nation as I get older, and seeing these caricatures of service members, albeit at times accurate.
I'm getting my DD-214 in a few weeks, and I'm getting the fuck away from this circus. Fuck the Marine Corps.
The behavior and language used was never acceptable, and to portray it as such makes me think it's trying to normalize that kind of mentality, especially when it comes to the war crimes.
And now all day long I've been hearing people say, why do we do this? What's the reason for this war? Oh yeah, I actually have the reason right here. It's under my chin. Let me get it for you. I'm done. Do what you want. Pull the plug. I'll kill you.